my first outing without Cooper was your event.
No way.
Yeah, that lonely feeling when it's, 4 a.m. and you're on your own feeding your child and
you feel like the only person in the whole world.
Yeah.
It's so isolating.
It really is. Cooper was slow with his speech. I mean, to be honest, I think it's because I talked for him.
You would download a PDF.
About what?
How to get him to sleep.
Oh
Truly.
my gosh.
And literally no one's thinking that you're that one, by the way. You think that.
It's just you.
No one's interested because everyone's so obsessed with their own little world that they're going through.
Because all my friends tell me I have got the worst resting face. I look like I want to murder someone. We're never winning as women.
Yeah.
We're always fighting this battle of nothing's ever the right way to do it. I've learned something new today. Yeah. So Michelle, welcome to Mum's the Word.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's been a long time coming, having you on.
It has been such a long time.
We met, it will be 7 years ago now. So you invited me. Now, you might not know this actually, but my first outing without Cooper was your event.
No way. Yeah. I didn't know that.
And that is the first time since having Cooper, I'll get emotional saying it, first time since having Cooper that I felt like a normal person.
Oh.
Yeah. And then obviously I went down a bit of a slippery slope of postnatal depression. But that one event, that evening, I remember I got dressed up.
Yeah.
I did my hair for the first time.
Gorgeous.
My mum had come down to help as well. I think Danny was working. Mum had come down to help with Cooper. Or they might have been tag teaming it actually.
Love.
And I remember by the end of the event, my boobs were so full.
Aching. You had the ache. Where you're like, if anyone touches me, it will literally just come out.
And stupidly, I'd worn the most silkiest top.
Yeah.
It was probably the worst fabric you could wear. And so I need to thank you for that.
Oh, thank you. That makes me so happy.
Yeah, your event made me feel a little bit more than just mum.
Oh, thank you.
So
it's very important.
It is so important. So for anybody that doesn't know you, Michelle, you are the CEO of company Peanut, founder, CEO. So tell us a little bit about Peanut and what it is and why it is.
Yep. So Peanut is a social network effectively just for women. So just for moms who are going through these kind of key life moments. So maybe you're trying to conceive, going on your own fertility journey for the first or the second or the third time. Maybe you're pregnant. Maybe you're a brand new mum in the trenches. Maybe you've got toddlers or tweens, or more recently, maybe you're going through perimenopause, anything like that. Mm-hmm. It's just for women. You can join, find other women who are around you with similar interests, make friends, ask questions, join groups that are for your age of child or your local area. It's really just a safe space. There's nothing that is taboo on Peanut, nothing too gross, nothing too honest. It's just a place for women to be.
Yeah. And that's exist and feel less lonely.
Exactly.
Because we talk about this a lot, with becoming a mum, is that loneliness, even though you might be surrounded by your village, that you have just that lonely feeling when it's, 4 a.m. and you're on your own feeding your child and
you feel like the only person in the whole world.
Yeah.
It's so isolating.
It really is.
There are so many times in my life, I think, where I've had that moment of, I don't want to say that I feel lonely because that makes me almost seem ungrateful. And I'm not ungrateful for the position I am in. I love my son or I love my daughter. But actually, there's no one here. I don't have anyone to talk to about it. You can spiral in your own thoughts as well.
Especially on a night.
Night thoughts are the absolute worst.
It's scary.
They are scary. And sometimes when you wake up in the morning and you rerun the thoughts, you're like, that
silly
was
me.
Weird.
Yeah.
And totally ridiculous.
Totally irrational. But you can't.
Right? You can't at that moment distinguish between the two. It is impossible to do it. So that's why Peanut's really important. And that's why I had to build it, because I needed someone to be like, that's okay. It's normal. This too shall pass. I'm there too. I'm with you. 4 a.m. You're feeding. Feel like the loneliest girl in the world. You open the app. Someone else is there doing the same thing.
Can you chat with people then? And is there
so you can find friends, so you can talk one-on-one, so you'll see women who are around you and you wave at them and then you can engage with them, and you can chat, or you can join groups, so more like a forum, so you can ask questions, people will post, and engage with you. And it really is amazing. Women share everything. We were talking about it yesterday. There's a really big group on Peanut that's called Line Eyes. And it's all about women who've been trying to conceive for a long time.
Right.
And they're really desperate to know, can you see like the line on this pregnancy test?
Oh,
and
wow.
The community is amazing. They all get involved. They're like, yes, I can see it. And then you're waiting. And then that woman comes back and she was like, you were right.
Oh my gosh.
Or whatever it is. And it's so gorgeous. But for Peanut, like, how did she have that? You know, you can see that women are feeling vulnerable or lonely or just... How can you have that conversation? Where else? Where do you go and say, like, what do you think? Is there a chance?
You can't.
You can't.
And I feel like it's a lot easier, almost online, to kind of say how you're feeling. I found that even with Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I've done a post and one of my friends has called me and went, you didn't tell me that. I'm like, no, I didn't, because it's really hard sometimes to pick up a phone and say, I'm not okay. Whereas just typing it out, it almost is like, it just goes out there and you don't need to deal with it anymore. And that's it. And then you'll get people coming back and you'll go, I'm
not the only one.
It's not just me.
Yes. That is exactly what it's about. It's that feeling of, I don't even know that I feel this way necessarily.
Yeah.
But I'm going to ask it in a certain way, or I'm going to say a certain thing. And then everyone kind of comes together and they're like, oh, it means this, or don't worry, it's this. And all of a sudden you breathe.
Yeah,
you know,
we do.
It's so hard. When I first had my daughter, she was late to talk and it was COVID. And I was beside myself. It's really scary because you're like, what is happening? Have I done something wrong?
Yeah.
Is it because I'm working? Like what is like the norm? And you don't want to say it because even if you tell your girlfriend sometimes, what they say is, no, it's fine.
Yeah, they'll try and make you feel better.
Yeah. Don't worry about it, it's fine.
Which is lovely, but also sometimes you just need them to go, actually, my child did do that as well.
Here's what happened. Here's the trajectory we went on.
And when you put it out to the big wide world, as opposed to maybe 5 of your best friends, you know, there's so much more likely that there's going to be people that have been through that. Because not everyone does.
Not everyone does. And I hadn't with my son. No. And like, it was one of those... And all of a sudden, I just posted it and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to say it. And I was like, how did anyone else get through it? And immediately, firstly, I felt better just for saying it.
Yeah.
And immediately, all these other women were like, I've been thinking the same thing, actually. And, you know, it was actually quite common at the time because kids hadn't been having any interaction because we were at home. So it was this amazing moment. And that we just get loads of those pure moments of joy. Women have met on Peanut and started businesses together.
Oh, wow.
Or they like are each other's bridesmaids. Or
that's incredible.
One woman in the US was a surrogate for another woman because she had cancer and then she carried her baby for her. Like some of the things are unbelievable. And I feel really like lucky that that's my actual job.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it's incredible.
It is.
Absolutely amazing. It's so funny you say about the speech thing. I did the exact same thing. Posted about Cooper because Cooper was slow with his speech. I mean, to be honest, I think it's because I talked for him. I honestly feel like, because I remember my mum saying, she was like, I think it was my mum, was like, but you don't let him answer the questions that you're asking him. Because I'd be like, do you want some water? Yes, you do want some water. I'm going to get you some water. And then I'd go and get the water. And poor kid would be sat there like,
okay.
So I just didn't give him the opportunity, and I was a bit like, So I did change that, and when I changed that, I did actually notice a difference with his speech.
Hilarious.
And you don't realise you're doing it.
No, you don't.
And now I notice other friends doing it. And I remember one of my best friends, I said to her, I was like, just let him answer. Let him answer the question and see what happens. And I think the problem is, with our lives, we're always in such a rush for everything.
Busy.
Doing
it.
Yeah. That you don't allow time for that child to think of that answer. Because it's going to take them a while to say water if they don't actually know how to fully speak yet.
That's it.
And you don't allow them that time.
And there's so much going on around, you know. So I remember, my mum reminds me of this all the time, but Nuala was sat in the back of the car and we were on holiday and she hadn't really been talking. I'd spent most of the flight telling my mum, basically, no, and she's not talking. It's so worrying, blah, blah, blah. And we get in the car and we drive to where we're staying and everyone's getting out and we're pulling all the bags out and whatever. And Nuala out of nowhere went, hello. anyone get me out?
Oh my God.
And my mum went, sure, I thought you said she didn't talk. And that was it. And I was like, wow, we just never really probably gave her the opportunity.
Do you think she was listening to you
all
as well?
the time?
Yeah.
All the
maybe
time.
Maybe was like, now's my time.
That's it. And I told you earlier, she's watching and listening everyone all the time. She's very like smart like that.
Oh, they do.
You know, and she's like, and we're all talking around her. Why did she need to? She's still got exactly what she needed and exactly the right. And it was just this funny, hello.
Anyone getting me out?
And we were all like, and I remember Finn at the time went, was that Nuala?
Like really surprised. Like, wow, she speaks. Yeah. She wants to get out of this game.
That little one. Yeah, amazing.
So you've got two. So you've got Nuala and you've got Finn.
Yeah.
So Nuala's 6, did you say?
Yeah, just
and
turned.
Finn is 11. Oh, wow. Lovely. And was that kind of like the starting point to Peanut, or did you have that idea prior?
It was much later. So when I had Finn, that was in 2013, we were building a dating, like what became Bumble. Yes. So I was in a completely different world, completely different industry. So, you know, by day you're like building these cool products, and then by night I was scouring online. I can't tell you some of the weird things that I did, but you know when they don't sleep and no one really is honest with you. I think we're much more honest now, but you know, I didn't have a podcast like this when there was nothing to really zone into.
No, there wasn't, was there?
So you're like, wait, this child never sleeps. All day he's awake. I'm pretty sure babies are meant to like nap. He doesn't even nap. He's awake all the time, and then he's awake all night, and I'm exhausted. I was buying PDFs off the internet for like $90. I did some very strange things.
What, a PDF document?
You would download a PDF.
About what?
How to get him to sleep.
Oh
Truly.
my gosh.
Truly, I didn't know what I was doing. And I remember telling one of my girlfriends, and she was like, are you okay? Like, you wouldn't do that for any other part of your life, but for your like most precious thing, you're downloading from a random website. I was like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I'm lost.
I was so lost. Oh. So I lived with that for many years, actually. And it wasn't until Finn was nearly 3 that I was like, actually, I'm going to go and build this product. I'd been living with it for that long.
Yeah.
But the bigger the kid, the bigger the problem. Like, there were just more things that I didn't know, actually.
Yeah.
Then it was like nursery, and then it's like milestones. And
it's thing after thing. And it's never is and never will be linear, because that's the thing. Linear. It's like, and it's difficult because when you see people posting things online and going, please tell me this phase ends, and I would never be a mother to go, oh yeah, but the reality is, yes, that phase does end.
Something else comes right in.
Then the next phase starts, and they're all very different as well, aren't they? Because Cooper was a terrible sleeper as well. Finn and Cooper sound very similar, but he was also a winter baby. He was January.
I wonder
whether like winter babies just, I don't know, something about them.
I don't know. It's that. I don't know. Or maybe it's these boys.
Boys, yeah. It could be these boys. But yeah, he was the same terrible sleeper. But I had no way of working out how to get him to sleep. No support network. No, because I did have my support network, but all my best friends, I was the first to have a baby.
Yeah, same.
So they
can't check in. They don't know.
Can't check in. I had my mum and my sister, but my sister had 2 little ones. Mum, it was a long time ago.
She can't remember.
Yeah, and it was so funny because I remember I used to say to Mum, so what did you do when I was like this, and what did you do? And Mum would be like, I can't remember, darling. And I used to get so offended. I'd be like, how on earth
you can't remember what you were doing with me?
Yeah. Now, when someone says to me, so what age did Cooper stop doing this?
No idea.
I'm like, I don't know.
No idea. Also, I'm very out of sync. So I'll be like, are they rolling? And it's like a newborn. They're like, no, obviously they're not rolling. I'm like, okay, I've got...
Can't support their own neck.
Totally lost like any of that. It's really weird, and you do forget. But how do you do it if you haven't got anyone to ask? And I lived this exact thing. My girlfriends didn't have babies. My mum didn't remember and actually didn't live near us.
No.
When I went back to work, she came to stay with us Monday to Thursday, but to look after Finn. But it was really hard. You don't have anyone around you, and you're like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Who do I ask?
And then the husband goes back to work.
That's it.
And then you're left literally holding the baby, aren't you? And you're like,
It's so lonely.
Yeah.
And then you go to a group. you go to a class, and baby massage was one of choice because that's one of the earlier ones you can go to because you can't really go to anything else. And you go and other people look like they've got it together and you're like, why doesn't she look exhausted?
Yeah, why is that baby happy?
Right, and your baby's vomiting because they've got reflux or something and you're like, oh, I have to leave now. And she looked like maybe I wanted to be like chat to her, and then you go next week and you never see her again.
No.
It's so hard.
It really is. Or like, your baby you turn up late, then your baby might just cry the whole way through.
That's it. And you're that one.
Yeah, you're that one. Then you just spend the whole of the class in the like corridor trying to shush your baby, feeling like a terrible mother. And then you're like, well, that was pointless.
All of that, all of this stuff. And you don't know that everyone feels it. And literally no one's thinking that you're that one, by the way. You think that.
It's just you.
No one's interested because everyone's so obsessed with their own little world that they're going through. And it just kept on going. Like more things that would happen, the more like new things would enter. Nuala didn't eat.
Oh, did she not?
Frightening. Really frightening. What do? You're like, why not? Every test under the sun, she must be allergic. No,
just not a hungry baby.
Not really, and maybe a bit of attitude, and just not really.
Just very strong-minded.
Do you know what I mean? And it's things like that, and you just, again, brand new situation, didn't know how to navigate it, and that really, I think I had a lot of feelings of like I'm getting it wrong. And I just wanted someone to be like, it's not you.
Yeah.
She's a little person and you can't like make
It's all of us.
It's all of us.
All of us.
It's all of us.
And it's just, and that's the thing, like, if ever you see like a baby crying and you can see the mum's getting a bit flustered and stuff, I always think to myself, oh, bless her, like, and I know how she feels. But that mother that's going through it is thinking, well, she looks like she's absolutely fine. Little does she know.
It's exactly that. Your kid's having a meltdown and you're like, please stop.
Yeah. Please.
And no one else is thinking, oh, everyone else is like, oh, poor her.
Yeah.
Glad it's not me today.
And unfortunately, some people's faces don't show that. I'm probably guilty of it because all my friends tell me I have got the worst resting face. I look like I want to murder someone. And I have no control over it.
No, but you're not even thinking about that. No. Half the time I'm lost in my own thoughts, thinking about myself, my kids, my work, my job, my this. I'm not even interested in what's happening over there.
No.
But it can feel so isolating.
Completely.
So I think that's the beauty of like having somewhere which is just for you. You do whatever you want.
So
say whatever you want.
Me and Kelsey talk a lot. Kelsey especially talks a lot about her village.
Yeah.
And how important having your village is, no matter who it is.
Yeah.
Whether it's your friends or someone you've met on an app or, your family, if they're close by.
Amazing.
But similar to you, my family are all up north. My sister is in the south, but she has 2 kids and she's a doctor and she's very busy. Yeah. Very, very busy. So you have to create your own village. Now you have written a book.
Peanut.
Just to add to your list of wonderful skills, you have written It Takes a Village.
Yep.
So tell me what that is about then.
I think that, so we all know the phrase, it takes a village to raise a child, right? But actually, it takes a village to raise a mother as well.
Yes.
And so the point of the book is, it's not my story. It's truly nothing to do with me. It's the story of hundreds of women from Peanut who have done it their way. And it's just giving us all examples of how to do motherhood. And I think that it's so important. We all have different experiences. Some people are doing it on their own. Some people are doing it and they work. Some people are doing it and they live with their extended family. Some people are doing it and they're in the same-sex couple. Whatever is your flavor of family, you will find yourself represented in this book. Because we just need examples of how people made it work. And we need to know this too shall pass. So it's stories of women from the community who are sharing their first year.
Yeah.
But it's also coupled with experts. There's OBGYNs, there's therapists, there's doulas in there. All of them saying, here's what's going on behind the scenes and here are some tips to help you through it. So for me, it was a way for us to gather all those amazing stories, because women are telling those stories every day on Peanut. Right?
Yeah.
And it's just to curate them and put them into a book, which is, here's an example of how other people have made it work. You're not alone. It takes a village. Here's your village in the palm of your hands and read it, dip in and out of it as you need to throughout the first year.
It almost is like obviously like when we first had our kids, there was all the like typical self-help books of like telling you what to do, these are the stages, blah, blah, blah. I feel like this is like the modern day like help book for mothers, because it actually is everybody's account. And even if you can pick just one thing from the book of, that's me.
It's that.
Yeah.
Because I did have the books too, right? We read the books.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And the books, let me tell you, from my perspective, told me, here's what baby is doing now.
Yeah.
Here's the next milestone.
Here's how big they should be.
Right?
Yeah.
But no one actually said, here's how you, mother, can exist, make it work, return to work, get to sleep, have intimate relations with your partner again, whatever it is. I didn't know any of this stuff. No one spoke about it at all. And so this is really about a companion for you. If your sister, best friend, cousin, whoever is having a baby and you don't have a baby, get the book.
That's the book they need. Yeah.
It's that story of, here's all the ways that you can make it work. And it's exactly that, dip in and out. You can cherry pick. I like that part of what she did. I like that part of what she did. I like that expert guidance. This is my version.
Yeah.
Because that's what you really need.
And I feel like it's one of the ones that you can probably like keep going back to. Like if you then experience it, you can be like, oh, I could have sworn I read about that in the book. Yeah. Let me just go back and find it and find out what she did and how she dealt with it. And
it's exactly that. And it is the book that I wish had existed. I needed something more that was just basically like, there's loads of ways to make it work, by the way.
Yeah.
And I really feel in every walk of life, not just motherhood, if you see another woman doing something in a way that is maybe different to the norm, it all of a sudden is like, oh my God, yeah, of course I could do it like that.
Yeah.
I never thought of that. It's like validating. And that's the point of the book.
Oh, I mean, it's incredible. Like I as you say, I wish that had have existed when I had first had Cooper, because I honestly do think now we're getting there. We're moving in the right direction, aren't we? Of being really accepting and understanding mothers and how it all works and how everything's not always as rosy as it seems. It's it's not always as it seems. And I think the more we kind of like show that, the less women are going to feel alone, because the suicide rates in women with postnatal depression is so high. Ridiculous.
Yeah. And totally avoidable.
Oh, yeah.
Totally avoidable.
Yeah.
I think that the point of the matter is exactly what you've just said. The consequence of not having a place where you can share, where you can talk, where you can feel normal, where you can feel heard, is that you become more and more isolated. You live more here.
Yeah.
And you do compound an issue which is completely avoidable by helping people, women, find their community, find their village and find support. So there is absolutely, in this day and age, no reason that women should be dying because they feel that no one can support them.
No.
It is completely avoidable, particularly in this country. There is no excuse for it to happen.
Yeah, it's so true.
Yeah.
Michelle got really serious.
Really serious. It's something that has affected my family and my extended family, and I've seen it firsthand. And it is such a serious issue because we can totally avoid it. The Maternal Mental Health Alliance are doing an amazing job, and they do amazing things in this regard. And we need more support and more. We have to shine a light on more of it. You know, women are saying that they're okay, they're not okay. Let's talk about it. But there are amazing women like you who will share their story and say, yeah, do you know what? It wasn't okay. I didn't know. And I went down and I felt myself going down and I didn't know how to say, this doesn't feel like me, help. And we do have to share those stories. And not everyone can share those stories on a public platform because not everyone has enough people who care.
Yeah, or they might not want to, and that's fine. But that's why you and me are here to share our stories and try and help.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. Normalize it.
Yeah. But also, what we need to try and do is support the women that, because I think a lot of the thing is when you have a baby, you kind of lose the person you were before.
Yeah.
And I remember a therapist saying to me, "You're never going to be that person again. You're a different person now.
Wow.
You have a baby.
Yeah.
You're not. You can't rewind and go back to that person before Cooper, because he's here now, and that's that. And so you've got to, you are a new you, but it's learning to like that new you
and who that is,
who she is.
Yeah.
And I think when I accepted that, rather than trying to get the old me back, when I accepted it's a new me, but it can be just as good, if not better, then that was like a bit of an epiphany for me. And I was like, oh, okay. But then also it's regaining control of you and your career, whether you want a career or whether you want to be a stay-at-home mum. And it's owning that. Because I feel like there's shame in being a stay-at-home mum, and the shame,
hardest job in the world.
Yeah, and the shame at wanting a career.
Yeah.
So you can't win. Hard. We can't win.
Yeah.
We're never winning as women.
Yeah.
We're always fighting this battle of nothing's ever the right way to do it.
Totally.
So how did you navigate? Obviously, you are a very strong career woman. How did you navigate this? Did you ever feel kind of like guilty for going down that path?
Yeah. I felt weirdly, I didn't feel necessarily the guilt with Finn because I think I was so deep in with Finn. I was so truly, I think I was in shock. I was in so much shock about this new like part of me and this new version of me that actually the only chance I could get to tether myself and feel like me again was working.
Yes.
And then I felt like I was being a better mum as a result because I felt more like, okay, I can control this part.
Yeah.
And therefore I feel a bit more like I felt more in control.
In control. I feel like
more
that's
connected to me.
A real common thing of when you have a baby, you don't have that control anymore. Like up until that point, you could really control every aspect of your life to the like time, like the second. Like I will get up at this time. I will go to bed at this time.
That's it.
I will have a full night's sleep.
only impacts me. Every decision really, unless you were doing so, really was just about you.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you can't control that. And that is really, really hard if you are used to controlling things.
Yeah.
Because that loss of control was very hard. So with Finn, I didn't feel guilty. I just felt better and more in control. With Nu, I have continually felt guilty about it because for whatever reason, I felt like there have been times that she's needed me more.
Really? Yeah.
I have felt that there are decisions that maybe I made where she may in the future feel like I didn't prioritize her. And, she, so I definitely have felt it with Nu. And I think the challenge is everything is the right decision if it works for your family.
Yeah.
And that's the truth of it. If it works for you guys, that's the right decision. If it works for you to go back, that's the right decision.
Yeah.
If it works for you to be working at home with your children, that's the right decision. And the problem is, I think we've all been told for so long, you can do it all, have it all. And there's just zero infrastructure to have it all.
Oh, it's not set up for us to have it all.
Totally.
At all.
Totally.
And to be honest, physically and mentally, I'm not sure we could do it all, literally do it all.
Show me how, please.
Pretty impossible.
Yeah, show
and
me how.
And we keep trying.
Exactly. It's that.
We're
and the more you try, you fail.
Yeah, we're running ourselves into the ground, aren't we? All as women.
Yeah.
God, we're incredible.
We are
really incredible. But no, it's so true. Do you feel like Nuala maybe vocalizes it a bit more? Like that she misses you or that she
most definitely. I get a lot of are you working from home today? Are you going to be here when I get in from school? There's a lot more of that. Or if I'm going out to an event or whatever it is, are you going out again?
I know.
I'm like, but I went out. I think I've been out once in this month, but okay.
I remember Cooper once said to me, Mummy, you never pick me up from school.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, I pick you up near, because normally Danny does drop off, I do pick up.
Right.
I pick you up pretty much every evening, Cooper.
What do you mean? Yeah.
I was like, what are you seeing? And I was so offended.
I drop my kids off, both of my kids, every day, right? I never ever, I think I've missed it, if I'm not in the country, I miss it. But other than that, I drop them every day. And Nuala will say this, you never pick me up. I'm like, okay, so I drop you every day. I try as many times as I can to pick you up. And also, my mum never, ever dropped me off. I walked to school.
Oh, so, I did?
Yeah, right. So I never got dropped off. No. And I certainly never got picked up unless I was going to a play date with someone and then you got to like go home with them. But otherwise I never said that to my mum ever.
They don't know the born, these kids.
Honestly.
You find that you start saying things. Yeah.
It can't, no, because I'm like,
do you ever find yourself saying things that your parents have said and you're like, now that makes sense. Now I understand.
Very, very much. I mean, I think both my kids think I'm really strict, which I think is really hilarious because my mum was so strict that I'm like, you've got no idea.
Yeah,
you think Grandma Trisha would have let you do that? That's what I say.
Is your mum strict with your kids, or is she a bit?
Yes.
Oh, she is.
Oh yeah,
right.
no, she is.
Yeah.
No, she's quite a formidable woman, my mum. So
no messing.
I sometimes that's the ultimate. Like, if I say I'm going to tell Grandma, they both go.
Brilliant. Yeah. There was always that, like, once, like, that you knew you just couldn't mess with them. My mum is the softest woman in the world. Right. However, if she gave you that look, you knew
that's it.
That it was really bad news. You had been really naughty. Like, Dad was the really strict one, but Mum, when it was that look, it was just like
pushed it too far.
No.
You can't. No, you can't get back.
Or when they go, we'll talk about this later.
Oh, that's
nothing worse.
That's heart racing. Yeah. Even now, if my mum says I need to talk to you about something, my heart's like
no. Yeah, just talk to me right now.
Yeah,
right
tell
this second.
Tell me, because I'm not going to be able to relax for the rest of the morning.
Anxiety,
no, it's awful.
No, it's horrendous.
I love it.
Yeah, that's one thing I'll try and never do to Cooper, because I just think it's like anxiety inducing.
No, it is, and your heart.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? And your palms get really like sweaty because you're like, what's it going to be about? What have I done? No, and you're running through your head. Did I write something in my diary? What did I do? Like, what is it that I'm going to be in trouble for? It's terrible.
Oh, yeah, it is. So mine would normally be if I'd like been showing off when my friends were around and like talked back at my mum and like...
That's also the worst.
Attitude.
The showing off is like...
Have you noticed it with Finn because he's a little bit older?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I have to call him to the side. You can't do it in front. You have to call... My best mate from home, he's a head teacher. And he's always like, you can't discipline in front of people, Michelle.
Really?
It's not effective. You have to call them to the side. So I've always got that in my head. I feel like Jamie's judging me, so I have to call him.
Is that because they don't... What? Is that because our children would like rebel if you did it in front?
Humiliation has a separate impact or a separate effect that we shouldn't be striving for.
Right.
So you have to discipline to the side in private. You can't do it in front because humiliation provokes a different reaction.
Do you know what? Thanks for telling me that.
There you
because,
go. Thank you, Jamie Bean.
Thank you, Jamie. I've learned something new today. Yeah. Right, I will start implementing that. I'm going to share that.
It's really and it is, because now you catch yourself. You're like, I try never to. Sometimes it's impossible because it's like, Nuala, please stop. Put the dog down.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I try and always do it. Yeah.
Right.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, that is staying in my brain.
There you go.
So if anybody would like to go on Peanut, and, what do they do? How do they find?
Yeah, so Peanut is available on the App Store and Google Play. You can just search Peanut, and honestly, the one thing I would say is you won't regret it. That's the thing. Once you've joined that platform, that's you. You won't regret it. You've just got thousands of women just like you.
Yeah.
And you can have that conversation, and you're not shouting into the abyss, and you know, you're there, and other voices are like sending you a message back. It's amazing.
So if you're feeling lonely, Peanut is
or
gonna,
just have
gonna
a question.
Just
just
don't know.
Just a question. Anything. Just fancy or you know, you need a bit of positivity.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. There's some great stuff. Don't know what outfit to wear to a wedding. That was a post this week. Everyone got involved. They were like, definitely the one on the right.
Brilliant.
I mean, that kind of thing.
So it's just cute. Like a lovely community.
Yeah, it's really good.
A village.
It is a village.
Yeah.
It's your village.
Well, Michelle, it's been so lovely having you on.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much for all the incredible work you're doing.
Thank you, and you.
Until next time, I'm Georgia Jones, and this has been Mum's the Word. And we'll be back with another episode, same time, same place, next week.